the guy that we saw today is the surgeon, the brain surgeon that will be performing his surgery. He will actually have 2 surgeons in there. So I'm going to show you. This right here is his tumor. It kind of looks like a little kidney bean, right? Now, over here is what a normal brain is supposed to look like, right? See how it's all like black and open and whatnot. So that's a normal brain. That's a normal sinus cavity. And then this is Jamal's. So this is the tumor. All of this around it is, he said, either possibly infection, fluid, etc. And then he has a blockage, complete blockage going through his nasal cavity. Now, what he's pointing out here is that tumor bone, whatever, is actually attached to the base of the skull, which is like this area right here. So the tumor is actually, it's like a piece of the skull, like it's growing out from the skull. Oh, howdy, cowboy. Thank you, my 4 sons. So, thank you, love. So, with that being said, it does need to be removed soon. The doctor said that they can go up through the nose to try to take it out. But because it's actually attached to the skull, he's not sure that he's going to be able to do that. So the other option is, he said he can make like, like an incision like here and like kind of like up here in the eyebrow. And he said that's usually very effective. But again, Jamal's is actually attached to the skull. So he said that Jamal will also have a neurosurgeon there as well. And they're going to try, obviously, less invasive first, right? Through the nose. If that doesn't work, through the eye. If that doesn't work, then he said they'll do a cut going across the top here and, oh, I think, and down this way. And then pull forward and be able to remove the entire piece at that point. He said that he feels it going through the nose or through the eye, which again, they're definitely going to try first. They would be able to get pieces of it, but not all of it. And even though it's non-cancerous that they know of right now, they'll test it when they get it out. And it's slow growing. He doesn't think it'll grow back fast or if it'll grow back, but they don't know. And so every single year, he would have to go in and get it checked to monitor if it's going to grow back. And so we kind of talked about it, and Jamal agreed, let's just go in and just get it all done. So even if that means shaving his little head and cutting across, that will be the surgery they will do. Risk factors, not a whole lot. I think the biggest thing was the leaking of brain fluid, which is kind of common, not like a high risk. But if that happens, then they go in and do a graft from his arm or his thigh. They basically use that to patch up. They said that because of where it's placed and the attachment to the skull, they do need to be cautious. And so they're going to be very careful. They're going to take their time and, obviously just hope for the best. But he sees a positive outcome, nothing, substantial affecting his life, etc. He'll be off work, he said, that because that was Jamal's number one concern. How long will I be off of work because I have a family, right? So he said 2 weeks minimum if you're not leaking any brain fluid, 2 weeks. If you are leaking some brain fluid and we have to do anything else, at least 4 weeks. So, and we will be doing this the end of February to beginning of March. So if you guys can continue to please keep Jamal and my family and Jasmine. Jasmine is one of our beautiful mods, my daughter-in-law, their children. Keep us all in your prayers. That would be fantabulous. So it was not a bad visit. It's just a lot. It's a lot. He's 26, and so, you know, the thought process of him going through that is a lot. So my energy is a little low tonight between that and the anniversary of my daddy or my mama's passing tomorrow. I'm a little on the low side, but I needed you guys. I needed to come and hang out and spend some time with you guys. And so I thank you guys for being here as late as it is. So thank you. So that's all I'm going to talk about it. I don't want to keep going back over it. Again, this will be up on my YT, and we'll just move forward. So thank you guys. A prayer. Yes, ma'am, I'll take it. Today is 13 years my mom's passing, so I understand. I'm sorry, love. Praying with you as well. Thank you guys for the hugs. Okay, so first of all, look at my new handy dandy tool. Listen, us Gen Xers, as we're getting older, this tool is a must-have. Okay, look at that. Okay, it just takes my lid right off. I just put lotion in my hands. I would have never been able to get that thing open without even thinking about, boop, opens all the cans. It has a bigger size too. I love this. I can put my lid back on. Oh, thank you, Alley Cats. Anyways, I absolutely love this. Now, I told you guys I snapped my tendon here, so this hand doesn't work when it comes to gripping things. And like this one, if I don't finish this at nighttime and I go to drink it like the next day, it's still good. I go to drink it, I can never get this open. They're like locked in. Well, now with this handy dandy tool, oh, I can. Yep, Amazon. Calm down, Tiger. Thank you, love. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Let's there's new court docs dropped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read just the first 3 pages that were sent, because there's 146 pages. Y'all, 146 pages. Did you hear me? Another 146 pages. Oh, I'd be fighting jars like crazy, especially because, again, I have no control over my thumb. I have no muscle in there anymore. So, yeah, I can't, no can do. Oh, except for mine's Diet Coke, not Diet Pepsi. But I'm with you. Okay, Bailey, you want to pop up real quick? Real quack. Oh my God, I feel like a quack right now. You want to pop up? Because I know you said you had a question. I thought it was about reading. These are from August. More transcripts from August. But a lot of people sent me these 3 pages. These certain 3 pages. So I'm assuming there's something good and juicy in them. So I'm going to read them. And then we'll go into reading the rest of it. Okay. They're crazy. We like crazy. Yeah. GTA has been over there all day. Your eye, into your eye almost started twitching when you said how many pages. Literally. It is. It's a lot. That's a lot. I'm glad I always have Bailey. Hi, love. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
I will definitely be praying for your family.
Thank you, love.
I just was asking really quick if you were wanting help tonight or tomorrow night or whenever you're reading.
Well, that was part of my thing is, do we want to do it tonight? Because I wasn't sure if you were available because it's late for you. So that's up to you.
Oh no, it's early. I mean, it's late, but it's 8:26 for me.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to. Tonight! Tonight will be the night.
Will you just email me then, please?
Yes. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna send them over to. It's once I type in your name, Bailey, it'll come up, right?
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
It's the rest of the transcripts from the August hearing or the August trial.
It's not coming up. Can you?
It should pull up as if you type
Hold on. I spelled it
BAILEYNYCOLE.
wrong. Hold on. Slow. Calm down, Tiger. Hold on. BALEY.
BAILEY.
BAI. What? Okay. Hold on.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Okay. You said BAILEY, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not coming up. Can you just DM me really fast so we're not going back and forth? Can you just DM me your
Yep.
email and I'll get it sent over. While she's doing that, you guys, let me read these 3 pages because again, I was sent these 3 pages so many times. So we'll probably run into them again, but I will read these 3 pages as a precursor so we because there must be something in these 3 pages because they were sent to me multiple times. So the judge says, and then Miss Olson is going to go. Do you have other witnesses besides Miss Olson? Miss Fonseca says no. The judge says, okay, good. Then we should finish, hopefully. We'll have a little bit of time, hopefully, on Wednesday. So here is what I will say about Santos, ma'am. Bree says, yes, ma'am. The judge, clearly, there is an issue between him and Mr. Giese. I know that people like to bring certain people for emotional support. I am not going to have what happened out there again happen again. I think it would be best you not bring him or at least keep him far away from the courtroom. Bree says, okay, no problem. The judge, I can't order him because it is a public courtroom. But I would just caution you to think long and hard whether you think it is a good idea. We'll see everyone tomorrow right at 1:30. Thank you. Let me go to page 2. It says, what are you testifying to? What you heard on a phone call or otherwise? It says, the witness says, so when I was in Texas, Santos called me and said, Brianna wants him here to antagonize me. Okay, so it must be John talking. And in that same phone call, he sends me a video of Brianna and W in the bed with her ex-boyfriend, Itai. The judge says, and that happened last week? John says, about 2 weeks ago last week. About 2 weeks ago last week. The judge says, 2 weeks ago or last week? John said, I would say within 2 weeks, probably of this court hearing. The judge says, but prior to last Friday, correct? John says, yes. The judge says, okay. And then, okay. Miss Budnick, John's attorney, says, since he's on the subject, I am aware of this phone call. There was more than that discussed. I didn't bring it up because of hearsay, but if he can let the court know everything that was said, I do think it is relevant. The judge says, okay, or says, well, okay. There's 2 issues. There's an issue of whether Santos is not on trial here. Miss Budnick says, right. The judge says, sounds like he is, but he's not. Santos has not brought a civil harassment restraining order against Mr. Giese, nor did Mr. Giese brought one against him. And then now we're in the middle of a word somewhere. The judge says, what happened? Just tell me what happened from your words. It says the witness, I'm assuming John. So I turn around and Santos punched my stomach. I don't know who the witness is. I feel this is all out of order, and we'll probably get to it when we read the whole thing. So it says the witness says, so I turn around and Santos punched my stomach. The judge says, oh, Miss Fonseca. So you're saying you turned around and Santos punched you? He says, yes, in my stomach. She asked, but you were both facing the judge's desk when the door opened. And then whoever it is, answered, I turned around to leave because we weren't starting. Question. And Santos happened to be behind you because you're both standing in the door frame, correct? He says, yes. Question. And you were saying that he then intentionally punched you. Person responds, yes, because he called me last week and said he's going to be here because Brianna told him to antagonize me in court. And we have that recording in a phone call. He's then asked, so now you're testifying hearsay testimony about what Santos said. And you're testifying that you illegally recorded a phone call. The judge, counsel, whoa, okay. Miss Budnick, God. The judge, okay. He testified Santos punched him in the stomach. Whether that is true or not, clearly that is an incident. Why you guys think it's a good idea to bring people that are the subject of someone else's, that is between you and, anyways. So why do you just testify as it relates to what happened last week? And I will get the issue of whether it's illegal recording or not. And that's it. So what we'll do, I feel like that was even mixed up. We're missing big pieces there. So we're just gonna dive into the 146 pieces. Sound good? Okay. Did you send it to me, Bailey?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I wasn't. I know I've sent things to you a million times. Okay, 1 minute. I'm gonna send this to Bailey and we're gonna get going. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Angie to come back, and then I'll let her know what Sammy said.
There we go. I had to type in the whole entire thing and then it pops up.
Oh man. Sammy said it's the same transcript except the last 20 pages.
Oh, is it the
That's the
20
new
pages we're
pages.
missing? Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Yes.
Thank God. Okay, let me pull it up then. Boop, boop, doop. In my email. That makes me feel so much better. The thought of reading 146 pages tonight had me.
I know you said that, and I was like, ooh, that was long last time.
Yeah. All right, so let's pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Because last time, if you remember, we you guys will go into the 3 pages that I read. They were sent to me a bunch of times. I was hoping that there was something in there that could answer questions, but I feel like it just gave me more questions. So we're going to read the full 20 pages where we're going to get the full context of what that means. So there really isn't a recap to give until we get there. So if you guys remember, we left off with Bree on the stand. Okay, so we'll probably, once I get to that page, we'll probably just read a little bit back of Bree's testimony just to give a refresher.
I'm waiting for it. I just haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, it hasn't come yet? Okay. Let me see. Give us just a second for us to get everything loaded to come in. I didn't know we were going to be doing this today, so I apologize. Usually we already have this loaded and ready, but we are going to read off the rest of the docs that we have today.
Oh man,
Did it come in?
not yet.
What? Hold on, let me try one more time. Hold on.
Yeah, when I read, I usually read the attorneys. And at the end is when I started, but I'll keep it going where I say whether Bree's attorney, John's attorney, just so it's not so confusing.
Okay, try it now. You can check now. It said the first time when I sent it, it said it was not sound, username not found, or something like that. Okay, let me go up here. Let's see what page we're gonna start on.
There it is.
It's mother took me all the way back to. I don't know why it always frickin' kicks me out. Okay, let me go to page.
I have zoomed. I've started making it so like the page almost fits the entire page of my iPad so I don't accidentally click out of it.
I do that too, and I still somehow always find a way to click out. Okay. All right. Let me go back to. I want to go backwards a little bit. To where Bree is testifying. Okay. Let's just. She didn't testify that much. We didn't have that much in on her. Okay.
The
All right.
bottom
Let's.
like 5 pages are just blank.
Yeah. So can we go to start at page 95 on 95 on this part here where it says here.
Okay.
I picked that because it's going to give us an idea of what it was that she was testifying to. And right before then, the court. I'll read what the court says right above that, and then we'll pick up. Okay. So you guys ready? We're going in on the transcript, and we're going to finish it up. So yeah, that's where the new stuff starts. You guys, I get it. The new stuff starts on page 105. Got it. I got it. I want to go back a little bit for you guys. I got it. The new stuff starts at 105. I'm going back a little bit to give everybody a refresher of what happened beforehand and what's leading up to the new testimony. Okay? I got it. Okay, so this is what the court says. Counsel, that is not what I said. I am not sure you're listening to me. The March incident was. There's the cops. And I just said that before break. I said that that is relevant. Whether mom was there for the exchange or not for the exchange may reflect on a change in custody and visitation, but has nothing to do with the DVRO. I don't think. The issue has to do with were there cops there? This is the testimony I heard. She didn't exchange the child. He was already in LA. The mom exchanged the child with her in Texas. He's already in LA at this time. He's going, they're waiting to get the child. He doesn't get the child. He calls LAPD. He says he hears the judge, Rashawn, issued an order. You've got to come to the LAPD. She doesn't come. He gets the police. There are 6 police officers. They're all waiting down the hill. It takes 2 hours. She's live streaming. She talks about a water pew pewing his mom. 2 people chase him afterwards. That is what I heard. That I think is relevant. Anything that happened before, then I don't believe is relevant.
And then Bree's attorney going into questioning. Okay, so regarding the March 25th incident that the police With the police that the judge just was talking about, the chasing piece that the judge just mentioned, do you have a police report regarding the testimony that you gave earlier that you filed a police report because you were being chased by somebody?
No, the police sped right past us and detained both of them. And then her ex-boyfriend went to jail for it. And the other passenger was her current boyfriend behind you.
Did Itai strike that? How do you know that Itai was arrested for? I guess strike that as well. What was Itai arrested for, and how do you know?
I believe that he was arrested because there was something wrong with his plates. I don't think he was arrested and went to jail for actually chasing us, but they were both detained. And they later found out that I guess something was wrong with the car.
So are you changing the testimony you just gave us moments ago that
The judge, no, he is not. Move on.
so from what you understand, Itai was arrested because of something wrong with his license plate, not because he was chasing you. Then John's attorney, objection, misstates testimony, also irrelevant.
The judge, it doesn't matter. It's hearsay. He's not an expert. Even if he saw the police report and saw what he was arrested for, that still would be hearsay. Move on.
Then Bree's attorney, I'm just saying
That still would be hearsay, counsel. Move on.
his earlier testimony.
That still would be. I don't know why any of you asked that because no one objected that it is hearsay. He can't testify as to what someone is arrested for if he wasn't there. The only way he would know is because somebody told him. That's hearsay. Move on.
Then Bree's attorney back to questioning. Okay, so you said that you were watching the police incident on March 25th of 25 because my client was live streaming it, correct? Then John's attorney, objection, that sort of misstates the testimony.
Overruled. And then John said, something similar. Yeah, I was watching it.
Then Bree's attorney, through what? Through what means?
John, what do you mean?
What were you watching it on? How were you watching it?
The judge, were you on TikTok? Were you on Kick? Were you on? And then John says, I believe it was on Kick, but I don't have Kick. I don't use Kick.
Wasn't your testimony it was my client's live stream that you were watching?
Yeah, I mean,
Was your friend Swaggy Boy Q also live streaming you out in the street during that exact same incident?
I don't think he was live streaming. I think he made a TikTok.
Did he make and impose several TikToks during that incident during which you spoke to the camera?
Probably, yeah.
And your mom was present during the filming, correct?
During the filming?
Yes.
I'm not sure if she was on those TikToks.
At the bottom of the hill, was your mom there with you?
Of course.
Was she in a silver SUV?
I can't remember the color.
Is this Swaggy Boy Q one of your friends?
Yeah, one of my family friends.
Were you aware that he was filming the whole thing?
I probably was.
So you don't know if he was filming it?
When you say filming, you mean live streaming it?
I don't know. Filming it on a video.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. His camera was out.
And did the footage from you guys at the bottom of the hill that day end up on the internet?
Yes.
Did you repost it on ChapSnap?
Possibly.
Did you make money off of it on ChapSnap?
Oh, anything I post on Snapchat, I make money of it because I'm monetized on there.
So, did you get a lot of views on this particular content from the 24th and 25th of March? Then John's attorney, objection to the relevancy of the line of questioning.
The judge goes to impeachment. He said how stressed out he threw up, and he can claim all along this isn't upsetting to him. He is using this to monetize. It goes for credibility.
And John's attorney, it could be both.
It goes to credibility.
Understood. And then Bree's attorney, did you get a lot of views on this?
I got a lot of views.
And so you made a lot of money off of it.
Yes.
And you testified on Friday that at least from your observations that your mom was negatively affected by this media attention from this incident.
Uh-huh. The judge, is that a yes, sir? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. That's okay.
Then Bree's attorney, in particular with this Swaggy Boy Q content that day, didn't he interview you and your mom and then post it to the internet right after you guys got W that day?
I can't recall.
Okay, if we could go to exhibit MM as in monkey, Bates, top right corner, page 625.
Video played in open court, off the record.
Where was this filmed?
Do you want me to dox my friend? A court reporter asked for clarification. John says, dox.
Then John's attorney, I thought.
The judge, let me rule, please. I don't believe she's asking for his exact physical address. I think she's asking for a general area in town. Is it filmed in LA? John says, yes, ma'am. The judge, was it filmed at your friend's house? John, yes, ma'am. The judge, what general area of town is it? John says, I believe it's, and then it's crossed out.
And then Bree's attorney, and this was right after you got W back from the police on March 25th?
Correct.
In your personal opinion, viewing yourself in this video, did you look sick to your stomach?
I was exhausted.
So is that a yes or no?
That is a yes.
Did you look anxious?
I'm recovering.
Then John's attorney, okay.
The judge, whoa, whoa. John says, I was very anxious. My mom was about to cry in that video too.
Then Bree's attorney, if you were feeling anxious and unwell, what did you want to make a video? Why did you want to make a video with your son?
People.
Then John's attorney, objection, misstates his testimony. He never, and it lacks foundation.
The judge, lack of foundation. He just stated his.
Then John's attorney, he didn't make the video, and there's been no testimony that he wanted to make a video.
The judge, do you believe in this or in that video, regardless of who made it? You look sick to your stomach or anxious in that video? John, yes. The judge, okay.
Then Bree's attorney, if we can go to exhibit KK, Bates 621.
Video being played in open court. Ouch. Off the record. Ouch was not on the record. That was me. Ouch. The judge. Is there a transcript of this?
Then Bree's attorney, no, because it's just music.
And what was the point of KK?
The video.
You showed it to him. Are you going to ask questions about it?
Then Bree's attorney, oh, yes. Yeah, sorry. Is that you in the video at the bottom of the hill that you were testifying about earlier?
That was the mid hill before we got sent down all the way to the bottom. But yes, ma'am.
Did you see yourself look at the camera in this clip?
Yes.
Did you know your friend was filming you the whole time?
I'm pretty sure if his phone is up, he's filming.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of streaming your I guess I'll call it stakeout at the bottom of the hill. Then John's attorney, objection, lacks personal knowledge. He wasn't the one streaming. He can't speak to what his friend was doing about purpose.
The judge, did you ask your friend to film you? John, no. The judge, did you know your friend was posting it on TikTok? John, not in that moment. The judge, I guess you're asking what was in his friend's mind.
Then Bree's attorney, I can rephrase or ask a slightly different question. When you saw this, or strike that, did you see this online the same day that it was posted on March 25th of 2025?
I can't recall.
When did you see it online?
I can't recall.
Was it soon after you got W back that day? Then John's attorney, objection, lack of foundation. He never said he saw it online.
The judge, did you see it online? John, yeah, I don't even wait. I don't know when though.
Then Bree's attorney, whenever you did see it following the March 25th incident, did you ask your friend to take it down?
No.
Did you repost it to ChapSnap?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Did you talk about it on TikTok Live?
Yes.
How many times?
Sorry, are you talking about, did I specifically talk about that exact TikTok?
Did you specifically talk about that day, the March 25th day of getting your child back from the police?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times would you say you talked about that on TikTok Live after it occurred?
I'm uncertain.
More than 10?
I don't know.
Okay, what about ChapSnap? How many times did you talk about that day on ChapSnap? Then John's attorney, objection, lacks foundation.
The judge, did you talk about it on ChapSnap? John, I did talk about it on ChapSnap. The judge overruled.
Then Bree's attorney, how many times?
I don't know.
After our May 2nd, let me back up. On May 2nd, do you recall at our hearing that the topic of this kidnapping came up?
The judge, we got to stop with the kidnapping. Strike the word kidnapping.
Bree's attorney, I did not use quotes just because this is how they labeled it in their pleading and in their restraining order. And again, it goes to the motive in filing the restraining order.
Counsel, how come every time I make a ruling and then people go on and then they want to re-argue the ruling I made before? So on May 2nd, your question is?
Then Bree's attorney, on May 2nd, do you recall us talking about this kidnapping idea in the courtroom? John's
Yes.
attorney,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
objection, relevance.
Really fast forward in there. You guys, we're now at page 105, okay? I wanted to go back so we didn't just start right here and not have a clue as to what was happening. So from here on out, everything we read is new, okay? I just want to make sure everyone is clear. We're now at 105, okay? Okay, sorry, I'm at objection, relevance, okay. The judge, what is the relevance of going back to the kidnapping? Because he called it kidnapping?
Then Bree's attorney, no, because he's continued to talk about it and use that inflammatory label since we saw you on May 2nd monetizing off the situation. Then John's attorney, can I just, for the record, I drafted the pleadings. I probably was the one who used the phrase when we asked for the kidnapping prevention orders in connection with filing a motion.
The judge, right.
Then John's attorney, we had evidence of respondent also using the term kidnapping repeatedly. So I think we can we move on from this issue?
The judge, You can ask it in a different way without continuing to repeat the word kidnapping. I mean, the issue is how many times have you reposted this incident involving the police going to her house?
Then Bree's attorney, it's more so after the second when we had that discussion with you. And then back into questioning. Did you ever go to the internet and explain what we talked about in court that day? Then John's attorney, objection, relevance.
Counsel, where are you going with this?
Then Bree's attorney, I'm sorry.
Where are you going with this?
Again, it goes to the motive and filing this restraining order on this basis. This restraining order was filed primarily on the basis Hold on. This restraining order was filed primarily on this basis, secondary basis. I'm being online bullied just like his last restraining order was. And he's continued to carry this narrative to disparage my client online this entire time since this was filed.
The judge, okay, but has your client brought a defamation case against him?
Then Bree's attorney, no,
Has she sought her own DVRO in this case?
no.
Okay, so your issue then is he's monetizing this. He's not truly afraid. He's not truly harassed. His peace has not been disturbed because he's reposting this multiple times. Can you ask him that one? How many times have you reposted any videos of you being on the hill in Hollywood? And I'm not using the word kidnapping. How many times have you reposted? Then John says, I can't tell you. Like, I post so much on Chapsnat. I don't know. The judge, was it more than 5? More than 10? John says, probably 10 times. The court, okay. Just to make it easier, in the last 2 or 3 months, have you used the word kidnapping when you're reposting this incident? He says, I'm sure I am. The court, and you stated that Brianna kidnapped W, correct? John says, yes, ma'am. The judge, and how many times do you think you have made the statement online? John, I'll just agree with you on 10 times again. The judge, okay, and each time you post, you get money off that, correct? John, just depends on the platform. The judge, how much in total do you think you've made posting or reposting? And generally, just a ballpark in connection with this incident with W. John, on that incident with W, the court or the judge, John. So, I mean, just that week alone, I made 6 figures. The judge, okay.
Then Bree's attorney, okay. In April of 2025, did you start referring to W as Dallas online? Then John's attorney, objection.
That's
Then John's attorney, lacks foundation.
where are we going with this?
Then Bree's attorney, again, disparaging my client, enticing.
Okay, hold on. So I make a ruling and I spend all this time and then I rule and then you bring something up that is exactly what I just said. And then I say, why? And then you said, again. And I'm like, didn't we just have this conversation? I'm not trying to be rude. We have one more afternoon together. You were concerned yesterday, Friday, that we were going to run out of time. I'm trying to be cautious of time. But if but if you use your time to get back to areas that I've already ruled on, there's just only so much I can do. So let's move on.
Then Bree's attorney,
Oh my God.
so for clarification, you don't want more examples of dad doing the same thing he's accusing mom of? I'm honestly confused as to the answer to that.
Counsel, I don't know how much more clear I can be. I have said now about 8 times that defamation, I said it in the beginning. Remember when we all started? This is not a defamation. Had you briefed this, you briefed it. You told me about you cited cases. You cited great cases. And I said, I agree with you. And then you kept bringing this up, and she brought it up. You didn't object. And I told you multiple times, and you said, but she said it, Your Honor. She said it all these times. And my response was, you didn't object. And that doesn't mean it's relevant. And you also said you were concerned about running out of time. So I don't know why you keep asking this court for clarification. I am not trying to be rude. I don't know if you just don't agree with me. You don't understand. I'm not going to say it again. You are a very smart lawyer. You're a very smart lawyer. I think you understand what it is I'm saying. And when you say, so you're saying, Your Honor, I don't know where that is going. I made my ruling. You know what I have said. You have a limited amount of time. If you choose to keep going back to topics that I said are irrelevant, that is on you. That is on you. And then you'll run out of time, and there's nothing I can do. You have tomorrow afternoon and a little bit of time on Wednesday, and I don't know what else to tell you. What I haven't heard, what I've said over and over again is defamation. It's not, and you keep bringing up stuff that is potentially defamatory. I've given you all sorts of room when you talk about impeachment and monetizing. I think that is super relevant. But then you said, well, if you're not going to let me go into that area, go into them. You are just going to run out of time. I made my rulings. I won't keep arguing with you. And I really appreciate from both of you when I rule on an objection that you don't both argue with me. You have appellant remedies. Go ahead. Next question.
And Bree's attorney, have you in the last, let's say 3 months, have you threatened Brianna's boyfriend Santos online? Then John's attorney, objection, relevance.
The judge. That is very relevant. Go ahead. John. Possibly.
Then Bree's attorney, so what do you mean by possibly? You don't know, or?
There's a high chance I have threatened Santos.
Prior to Santos and Brianna dating, were you guys at least acquaintances or friends?
Something like that.
And when did you have a falling out with Santos?
I would never say we were together to fall out.
When did your friendship or acquaintance relationship end?
Whenever he was in the MILF house.
And why did you decide to stop being friends with him because he was in the MILF house?
Because he was because he was associating with Brianna.
So because he was associating with your ex-girlfriend, that is why you stopped being friends with him?
Yes, I like to protect my peace.
If we could play exhibit triple K, Bates page 677.
Okay?
Triple K, Bates page 677.
Okay? Video being played in open court off the record.
So what did you mean in this video about discussing this with Santos at another time or another place?
I said I can't wait to see him.
So is that a threat to him?
No, I can't wait to see him.
Can't wait to see him for what?
And tell him how wrong he was for threatening my son.
So in this video, you are addressing a threat that you are saying Santos made to your son?
Yes.
What threat did Santos make to your son?
When the March 24th, 25th incident, he threatened to throw water on my son while he was asleep in a live stream. He also posted my son's feet.
He posted your son's feet?
Yes.
Where?
On his chap snap.
Did you? Never mind. That is counsel's job. And when you said, I can't wait to speak my mind about you and that you've embarrassed him all over the internet, what did you mean by embarrassing my client's partner all over the internet?
Completely embarrass him.
How did you embarrass him?
By laughing at him and making a joke out of him. And I was doing this before they were even together.
So, can you give me an example of how you were making a joke out of him on the internet?
Well, he's not present for his daughter in their lives at all. And I'm present for my son. So we would just talk about being a parent.
So, you were disparaging Santos because your opinion is he's not present for his daughter? Then John's attorney, objection, argumentative, misstates his testimony, lacks foundation.
Overruled. John, I would say we were just doing stuff for views.
Then Bree's attorney, but you just said you were embarrassing him on purpose for views online?
Well, we were going back and forth with each other. We purposely went live together. The judge, okay, hold on. You and Santos purposely went live together? John, yes. He has to request me and I have to request him. We can't get on the same screen together without allowing each other. The judge, was that a live of you and Santos that we just saw? John, no, ma'am. The judge, but there was another time when you and Santos went live. John, which is why she's saying we're acquaintances because me and Santos used to always go live and go viral. The judge, with each other? John, yes. The judge, but that is, but that was in a friendlier way. John, yes, way friendlier. The judge, okay. But since he got together with Brianna, have you had any of those joint lives with him? John, no, no. The judge, but do you still, you testified that you go back and forth. Do you still go back and forth? He says something about you, and then you say something about him. Does that still happen? John, he'll talk about me, but we won't get back on the same screen. The judge, yes. Wait, let me rephrase that or reread that. He says he'll talk about me, but we won't be on the same screen, question mark. And then the judge says yes. John, yeah, he will talk about me. The judge, and you talk about him. Yeah, yes, Your Honor. The judge. And has that happened a couple of times in the last several months? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so you both say stuff back and forth to each other. Yes, Your Honor.
Then Bree's attorney, in this video that we just played of you on TikTok Live, was this from June of 2025?
It could have been, yes.
And that background with the blue backlighting in the room, was that at your mom's house?
That's my house.
At your apartment?
No, it's a house that I got for my mom and my son.
So W was there when this commentary was made?
W was downstairs asleep.
Okay, and do you recall playing a clip of Santos in your evidence production on Friday? Then John's attorney, could we get an exhibit number so we know what we're talking about?
Are you talking about when they're all in the MILF house?
Then Bree's attorney, it was something that she introduced with Santos.
Oh, Santos. I'm sorry. I was thinking W. That's fine, Principal. Thank you.
Then Bree's attorney, it was the video of her with the wig on. She had blonde hair. They were at a restaurant. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And do you remember your testimony that you were, quote, afraid of Santos based on that video?
Yes.
And now today you are testifying that you actually embarrassed Santos online?
That would. Okay. So the times when I was embarrassing him. Wait. What time are you even talking about when I was embarrassing him?
I guess I should ask you that question. So you just testified to the judge that there was a couple of times in the last few months that you went back and forth with Santos, right? Or correct?
Right.
And was the intention of doing that to embarrass him on the internet?
You could say that.
And were you doing that while you were also simultaneously afraid of him?
Sorry, I had to do a puzzle. Sorry. Yes.
Okay, so if you are afraid of someone, do you generally taunt them on the internet?
It's just money. I'm not going to stand down from somebody who is constantly taunting me.
So you're making money off of taunting Santos on the internet.
Yeah. That is how we were making money and going live a lot together.
But again, your testimony is that you're presently afraid of Santos, but you taunt him on purpose. Then John's attorney, again, I think this is.
The judge. No. What is your objection? No speaking objections.
And John's attorney, the objection is asked and answered.
Overruled. You can answer the question.
Then Bree's attorney, are you purposely taunting Santos despite being afraid of him to make money on the internet?
Am I purposely taunting him?
Yes.
Responding to him?
So, but didn't you just explain to the judge that you haven't done the side-by-side battles since you were friends many months ago?
Yeah, and I stand on that.
So then how are you, quote, responding to him when you're making these comments? And we'll say the last month.
So he will say something on a live. And now it's my turn to say something on a live. We don't have to share the same screen.
But when you respond on those lives to other things that he said, you're responding and taunting him even though you're afraid of him.
Correct.
Do you do that with other people that you're afraid of?
On live? Yeah.
Does it make the amount of money that you're making off of taunting Santos with other people?
What?
Then John's attorney, objection, vague. I don't understand the question.
Oh, I know where she's going. Do you make money when you respond to Santos? John, yes. Judge, okay. John, because the court. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. John, I'm sorry. It's just because people will donate. Like, it's not like I talk about him and I instantly do it. It will get views. The court or the judge. But you get money. John, it translates to money eventually, yes. The judge, okay. Are there other people that you do this back and forth with? They say something about you and you say something about them? John, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's basically how you make your money on TikTok. You'll be on the screen, on the same screen technically, but me and Santos don't share the same screen anymore. The judge, but you can still do it where you go back and forth with him and you make money. John, yeah, but we won't really make money like that. The judge, how do you make the money? Wait, how do you make the money? John, only off donating because it's considered being, and then they can donate during that. I think he's saying being live. I don't know. And they can donate during that. But they really only donate when you're on the same screen because it's a form of entertainment. The judge. So you haven't made any money then. And when you and Santos have gone back and forth because you are not on the same screen, John, it will be pennies. I wouldn't consider it money. The judge. Okay.
Then Bree's attorney, okay, if we can go to triple P.
If I can. And then the judge. Oh, that's what the last break was for. You have a 5-minute break. Wait a minute. Oh, then it said go ahead. A brief recess was taken. The judge. Will you take the stand?
Hold on 1 second, sorry.
You're good. Angel.
Okay, and then Bree's attorney, go ahead.
Miss
Oh,
Fonseca.
it's me again. Bree's attorney again. Did you hear any commotion in the hallway?
The judge. No, I was out doing I was out doing an ex parte.
There was an altercation right outside the door.
Well, are we going to have witnesses testify to that?
Then Bree's attorney, no, just letting you know in case you heard Dad yelling from the.
Witness, so this is John. I was physically touched. The judge. Okay, hold on. Counsel has been doing a lot of testifying on this case. You're not a witness. If you want to ask him about what happened, you can do that while he's on the stand.
Then Bree's attorney, I want to make sure we use the time for the couple of videos we have left. Can we go into exhibit triple P? Side note, of course she doesn't want to talk about it.
Right. The judge. Can I just ask, did this potentially happen between him and Santos?
And then John's attorney, yes, just my client can testify to what happened, but there was an issue in the hallway.
The judge. All right. I always question why people bring certain people in for proceedings because they only serve. So, are you Santos? Why don't you go outside and wait? I just don't think it's appropriate for you to be in the courtroom right now. Thank you.
He did get kicked out. Okay, Bree's attorney, do you want me to ask Dad about what happened?
This is Santos. Sorry, Your Honor. The judge says, no, you don't need to apologize to me. I'm trying to keep it calm here. You can do whatever you want. If you think sir, you can leave. If you think it's relevant to somebody, absolutely, you can ask.
Then Bree's attorney, I'll do both then. So first question is about what just happened in the hallway. When the bailiff opened the door, or the clerk opened the door, after the end of the break, were we all standing at the doorway to enter?
We were all standing in the doorway to enter.
Enter the courtroom.
You were sitting down.
Right, but you, Santos.
It was only Santos behind me.
So you were both facing the judge's desk waiting to enter the courtroom in the courtroom? So were you both facing the judge's desk waiting to enter the courtroom in the courtroom when the door opened?
He was behind me.
Okay, so again, is it yes or no? Were you both facing?
The judge. What happened? Just tell me what happened from your words. John. So I turned around and Santos punched my stomach. The judge. Oh?
Then Bree's attorney, so you're saying you turned around and Santos punched you?
Yes, in my stomach.
But you were both facing the judge's desk when the door opened.
I turned around to leave because we weren't starting.
And Santos happened to be behind you because you're both standing in the doorframe, correct?
Yes.
And are you saying that he then intentionally punched you?
Yes, because he called me last week and said he's going to be here because Brianna told him to antagonize me in court. And we have that recording in a phone call.
So now you're testifying hearsay testimony about what Santos said, and you're testifying that you illegally recorded a phone call?
Counsel, whoa, okay.
And John's attorney, God.
The judge, okay. He testified Santos punched him in the stomach. Whether that is true or not, clearly there was an incident. Why you guys think it's a good idea to bring people that are the subject to somebody else, that is between you and. So why do you just testify as it relates to what happened last week? I will get to the issue of whether it's an illegal recording or not. What you are testifying to, what you heard on a phone call or otherwise. John, so when I was in Texas, Santos called me and said that Brianna wants him here to antagonize me. And in that same phone call, he sends me a video of Brianna and W in the bed with her and her ex-boyfriend, Itai. The judge says, and that happened last week? John, about 2 weeks ago. Wait, about 2 weeks ago last week. The judge, 2 weeks ago last week? John, I would say within 2 weeks, probably, of this court hearing. The judge, but prior to last Friday, correct? John, yes. The judge, okay. And then, okay.
And then Miss John's attorney, since he's on the subject, I am aware of this phone call. There was more that was discussed. I didn't bring it up because of hearsay, but if he can let the court know everything that was said, I do think it's relevant.
Well, okay. There's two issues. There's an issue of whether Santos is not on trial here.
Then John's attorney, right.
Sounds like he is, but he's not. This is the judge. Santos has not brought a civil harassment restraining order against Mr. Gacy, nor did Mr. Gacy brought one against him. The only thing from where I sit that is relevant is whether you can prove that Miss Olson, who is really the one on trial here, has directed these activities of Santos. It's clear to me that he and Santos have some kind of beef. That is clear. It may or may not reflect on his credibility that he is scared when Santos says all these things because, well, we'll leave it that for now. And that is really between him and Santos. The only way it's possibly relevant here is whether they can prove that Miss Olson directed Santos to do something towards him. And I heard a lot of testimony that he and Santos have beef. And it's very, including what just happened out there. Though it remains open what happened, there's bad blood between them. It's clear to me that Santos may very well have directed a lot of things toward him on his own. So you need to prove, because this is a restraining order against Miss Olson, that any action that Santos took direct to Mr. Gacy was directed by Miss Olson. That is the key here. So go ahead.
Then Bruce attorney, we only have a couple of minutes, so Triple P exhibit. It's Bates page 687.
Okay.
This live of you was this around July 13th of 2025?
Yes.
And you just said that Santos's comments, or in the live, you said that Santos's comments don't bother you, correct? Then John's attorney, objection, that misstates what he said in the live.
It is what, oh, sorry, this is the judge. It is what it is. Did you say that or didn't you, John? I said when he tries to claim W.
Then Marie's attorney, you said that those comments don't bother you in this live.
I try not to let them.
But your testimony on Friday regarding Santos is that his comments about you and your child do bother you, correct?
But this time he's claiming that he's W's stepfather. The judge. Okay, again, how is this relevant to the restraining order brought against your client and not Santos?
Then Bree's attorney, his credibility about the few things that are outside of the essay, the other list, is like he played these clips of Santos saying that she is directing Santos harassment. I understand and agree with what you just said about their lack of connection there, but just again goes to credibility.
All right. I think we've proved that. All right. We're at 428. Here is my concern. We have one more day, which is tomorrow. I would ask counsel to think long and hard, given what I said multiple times in terms of focusing your questions. I made it clear what the court's point is about defamation. There's allegedly defamatory statements on both sides. You played the videos that are pretty awful. They both are not ideal parents in this respect, but they have to make their money. Maybe they're making a decision that's more important to make money than co-parent in a respectful way with each other. That is pretty clear for me, but that is not what I'm charged with. So I would ask everybody, you can return to counsel table. I would ask the parents to focus on what I'm required to find in the specific context. And it doesn't matter that one side took an hour and a half on one topic and I said it's irrelevant. If you choose to spend an hour and a half responding to that, you'll miss the opportunity to respond to the stuff that I do think is relevant. So how much more time in cross-examination?
And Bree's attorney, I can call it quits on cross. Start with her redirect.
How much redirect do you think you'll have? You can join your counsel.
Then John's attorney, my redirect should be very brief. Maybe 10 minutes. Not even 5, 10 minutes.
And then you'll call his mother.
Then John's attorney, 5 minutes.
And I think the relevance of his mother of the DVRO, I don't want to go back. If she was with W, it's clear to me that W was with her theoretically. He was supposed to be with Mr. Gacy. I understand. It does not deserve a response. Then you guys can argue how relevant you think that is if we get to the issue of custody and visitation. I really only see the relevance of how she felt about certain things potentially were said to her. Again, she's not bringing a civil restraining order. So I don't know how relevant that is. It's really more to talk about how she saw her son respond and react to the things said by Miss Olson. And then Miss Olson is going to go. So that will be the end of our witnesses, correct?
Then John's attorney, correct.
The judge. And then Miss Olson is going to go. Do you have any other witnesses besides Miss Olson?
Then Bree's attorney, no.
Okay, good. Then we should finish, hopefully. We'll have a little bit of time, hopefully, on Wednesday. So here is what I will say about Santos, ma'am. And then Bree, yes, ma'am. How did I get all out of frame? What the heck? Sorry. The judge. Clearly, there's an issue between him and Mr. Gacy. I know that people like to bring certain people for emotional support. I am not going to have what happened out there happen again. Again. I think it would be best you not bring him, or at least keep him far away from the courtroom. She said, Bree says, okay, no problem. The judge, I can't order him because it's a public courtroom. But I would caution you to think long and hard whether you think it's a good idea. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 1:30. Thank you. And then the rest is just signed off minute order, and that is it. And then blank pages.
You know, reading through it, it's interesting to see like how Bree has spun it. Like, I just asked him not to be there. The judge didn't say anything about him, blah blah blah. And then it really goes to show like 2K has really taken what the judge said and listened and absorbed it and moved forward with it.
Yeah.
And Bree is just like, it doesn't apply to me.
Yeah. He has grown so much. He does not take the bait as to the different stuff that is put out. He just kind of lets it roll off his tongue, and they take it every time, and they push and push and push and push and push his buttons in hopes to get a response because they have nothing else to go off of. And I tell you, her attorney, I don't know what she is paying her attorney, but it blows my mind that almost every single time we see her get into a position to where she's having to question a witness, the judge has to get pissed off, flip out, get mad, and then she ends up going through and asking the line of questioning and then turns the witness back over. The judge is asking the questioning for her. It is absolutely blows my mind. And I love the fact that we're getting the transcripts because once again, we are proving what Bree and Santos are saying about what's happening inside of the courtroom is not true. Even let's go back to, and I want to find this video where you guys will be able to find it before me. Before they went to court in August, Santos, I'm pretty sure it was Santos. Santos and Bree were having a conversation. Santos said, just wait till you guys get the transcript of what's going to happen in court tomorrow. And that was the one day that he went to court. And then Bree said, oh, I just don't want him to come back because I'm trying to be nice. I don't want it stressing John out, blah, 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 blah. But they talked about something big was going to happen in court that day. So I bet you that's when all of this was set up. Yeah, Santos. Yeah, and this was, remember when the whole mole stuff came out? Well, it's because Santos called John, like he said he did, or like that just came out in here. He called John and told him what he said. Oh.
Yes,
Yeah,
her lawyer does act and talk like Bree. It drives me nuts.
Yep.
They're two peas in a pod.
Perfect for each other. Do you think 2K could get it? He could always file for one. I mean, shit, a lot of us could get an RO on Santos, me included, okay? If I really wanted to, if I really felt he was worth my time, which he's not. But yeah, I absolutely think that, again, it's up to each judge. Do I think he could get one problem? Most likely, yeah. Do I think he wants to? No, because once this court stuff's over, I think he's gonna. Anyways, in my opinion.
My opinion is Santos is literally handing John his case. He just keeps going. And when him and Bree are sitting there together and he just goes in and Bree is just sitting there laughing, like,
yeah,
you're doing nothing but hurting yourself.
Yep. Yeah, there was a part in here. I'd have to go back. It'll be up on my YT tonight, but there's a part in here where he says that Bree called him before court happened. Bree called him, or sorry, Santos called John and told John that Bree told Santos to antagonize John at court to get him to act out, and that was the day that Santos punched him in the stomach and he was kicked out. So
I think it was right here.
the part where her attorney was like, just in case you heard that, yeah. Oh yeah, she absolutely knew what she was doing. She didn't think it was gonna backfire in her face though.
It's right here when John says, "So when I was in Texas, Santos called me and said that Brianna wants him here to antagonize me. And in that same phone call, he sends me a video of Brianna and W in the bed with her ex-boyfriend, Itai."
That was in August. Everything we're reading, you guys, is from August. I don't know why he wasn't arrested. I don't know. I'm surprised the judge didn't take more time actually like reviewing footage. Obviously there's footage in the court, right? Why didn't they review footage and see what actually happened? So it's little things like that that the judge does that make me like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right? Why did you not look into that more? And the fact that Bree's attorney was trying to put it off on John. Well, you guys were both facing that area, right? But you guys were standing up there together. So how do we like trying to blame John for being in the courtroom? John's supposed to be in the courtroom. John's getting ready to testify. He's getting ready to get back up on the stand. Santos doesn't need to be in there. What do you mean? Why was he in there? Where the fuck was Santos in there? That's the question.
Yep.
Greatest
And
service yeah, absolutely.
I feel like the judge is so sick of this case and having to do the work for Bree's attorney that I feel like at this point she was so done that she was just like, "Get out.
Yeah.
I just want this to be over. I don't even want you guys to come back at 1:30."
I agree. And you guys, I think this goes a lot to what AA was talking about, before when they were going through the trial and even before they went to trial. Remember, AA kept saying, I know you guys don't like to hear it, but the judge isn't going to want to hear all of this stuff, right? Because it's cumulative. She needs to know just the facts. And as we're reading through the transcript, we hear how frustrated the judge is of her attorney bringing the same stuff over and over and over again. So it makes sense. We look at it from a different perspective on the outside because we just see the stuff on social media playing out and how, like, why would that not be a piece of it? Why would that not be so important? Blah 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 blah. Right? But now we hear the frustration of the court. So I grasp the concept of picking and choosing what they put up there. But I'm shocked that if in fact there was an altercation within the courtroom and allegedly a punch happened, I am shocked that it did not go any further. EJ confirmed on live. Confirmed what on live today with Jordan Love? I need more from that, Sandy. I got a million things running through my head. Angie, Itai confirmed on live with Jordan. Yeah, I mean, unless you said more. Let me see. Yeah, I have no idea. I need more info. People are garbage.
Slept in bed with W and Bree.
Right. Well, I mean, we
Itai.
knew that. We knew that,
Yeah.
though. I mean, that's been out. That was on live stream. There's pictures of that. There's videos of that. I think that's. I don't. Did anyone ever question that? I don't think anyone's ever questioned
I
that.
don't
At least
think so.
I have it over here on my end. I've never questioned that because we saw it. Because
Yeah,
they
there
didn't
was
get
a
to finish
clip.
the case.
there's a clip of Bree live at In and Out saying, "How was last night? I was in bed with both of my men or both of my boys, and now one's gone and one's in jail."
Bree
Something like
denies, yeah.
that.
Bree denies absolutely everything, lies about everything, and I don't think that she realizes that it's all going to come back. And thank you, love. That's all going to come back in film in 4K and prove her wrong and lying under oath and perjuring herself again and again and again. They are trying so hard to impeach John in some way, shape, or form, and it has yet
That's
to happen. I cannot wait to read Bree's testimony and see how many times she impeaches herself.
that's what I was just about to say, is like they're trying so hard to prove John on impeachment, yet it's going to come back and bite her in the ass because of how many times she impeached herself.
She said all the new transcripts will not be released. Who said? Bree said that? Bree doesn't have a say on that. If I want to pay for it, I get to pay for it. If I want to buy it, I can buy it. I like it. I want it. I bought it. I got it. Bree doesn't get to tell me what I get to do. I'm not
Didn't
Santos.
Bree, I could be wrong, but didn't Bree just say about her last court hearing how they talked about her pregnancy or something like that, but the judge said they weren't going in the transcripts, so it's not even in the transcripts or something like that?
Of that, I have no idea. I mean, anything that happens in the courtroom typically goes in the transcripts, except for like when they play videos and that type of stuff. I
I
said,
just,
I said that if they do talk about her pregnancy within the court and it's in the transcripts and I get the transcripts and I read it, that I would not be reading it out loud. However, since then, even though she was never going to talk about her pregnancy, all of that information has been released. So at this point, it's a mute. It's mute.
Katie, you just go onto your court's website and look up your case number and you can purchase your court docs on there. Or you can go down to your local courthouse and buy your own court docs.
Now, the transcripts, though, are very expensive. Transcripts are not like just what we're reading is the transcripts. That's expensive. Most, to get just like your court orders and the stuff that's happened, it's usually like sometimes 25 or 50 cents a page. But transcripts are anywhere between like $4 and $7 a page. Each state is different, but the LA ones I think have been about $5.50 a page. So we've been very fortunate thus far that Bree's attorney has put in there. I want to go through though and look and see what pieces are missing because I feel like we're missing a lot of Bree's testimony.
We have to be, because
Yeah,
we
and
only
so I may
had,
have to just try to figure out how I can order that, and I will be ordering the ones from January. I know
we
people
only
keep telling me
had,
that someone purchased them. I don't know who purchased them, and I'm not going to count on somebody else purchasing them out. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea, but I will figure it out.
yeah, we only had like a tiny bit of her testimony. And I
Yeah.
know
We didn't even get to
she's,
cross examination. That's where it kind of stopped.
yeah. But of course, Bree's attorney won't submit that to the court,
Of
just
course.
John's.
I just had to pay $5.75 in Illinois required. It was $300 to correct our judge. That's crazy.
No.
Look, I'm not even trying to correct anything. Well, I am trying to correct something because I'm trying to correct the bullshit that she puts out that she thinks is factual statements, and I'm going to prove it wrong. And the robesters, the rubies, the robesters. She can't read it herself, and so she has asked me ever so nicely if I would please read the transcripts for her. So her and Bree, the four stooges over there, they needed to know what happened in court on January 6th, even though they were there. And you know what? I'm a girl's girl. Okay, Rubes, I got you. I will order them and I will go ahead and read them for you because, well, that's just the kind of bitch that I am. I'm willing to do that for you. I got you. You sleep good tonight knowing that soon enough you're going to know exactly what happened in the courtroom you were. Thank you, Amy. So yeah, so I'll do
Don't
that.
worry, Angie's got your back.
I got you. Have no fear. Have no fear, Rubes. The Angie's here. Oh my gosh. Crazy. All right, anything else happening? Because I don't want to be on here for too long, but I did want to make sure I could listen. I didn't even know we were going to be doing this tonight. I came on to give y'all an update about my son. I was going to hop back off and go have some dinner, a nice shower, and hit the bed. But then we got to reading, and shit just started popping off, and well, here we are. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna hop down
All right,
and I'll
love.
be in the
Thank you for
comments.
coming up. I so appreciate you.
Of course, when you get the rest of them, just let me know.
Oh, I will.
I'm usually in your comments, but not typing. I'm usually a silent watcher.
Yeah,
But either just say Bailey and I'll pop up or message me.
I got you. Will do, love. Thank you, Queen Bee. Thanks again.
Bye.
Okay, so as a quick update, I will going over this really fast, and then I'll do a quick update on my son. I so appreciate you guys, that you guys are so invested. I love it. Okay. I'm not 100% sure why these pages came out specifically so much later. I don't know if Bree's attorney was trying to say hold on. Attached to her name stands for Superwoman, not social worker. Well, definitely not a schmesh worker, because I didn't even think about that when I created that, but you know. So not 100% sure the purpose of adding that in, because it doesn't look good for Bree in any way, shape, or form. Because what came out of what the new docs was read was that there was a scuffle in the courtroom, and that allegedly Santos punched John in the courtroom. And that opened the door then for John to be able to testify that Santos called him before they even went to court to let him know that he was going to be in court for a day. And Bree basically said that that she wants him to antagonize John in order to get thank you, Kelly. So pretty. In order to get a reaction out of John. She wanted John to have a reaction, to act out in court in front of the judge for the judge to see. And so that's basically all that happened today. And besides the fact, once again, the judge had to do Bree's attorney's case for her and yell at her again. So I cannot with her. For you oldies, not you oldies like that, but 1 minute. Hold on, really fast. Oh wait, that popped up. The other ones? Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys something in a second. Any questions in regards to that? I keep itching my face and my nose. I'm gonna show you why in just a minute. Okay, so for you oldies but goodies that have been around, look who I gotta go see today. Mr. Hope! I got to go spend some time with Hope. He's 100% an indoor cat now. Look at him just loving life. It was kind of sad. He was very happy to see me. He gave me lots of love, which is why I have his hair all over him, which is driving me crazy. He is completely deaf now. He's really skinny. He's lost a lot of weight. My old roommate is taking such amazing care of him. But I just had to show you guys that I gotta go and spend a couple hours just snuggled up with him. And we even went into my old room and got up on the bed and laid down and just snuggled for a little bit. And he's just a handsome old boy. So I just had to share that with you guys as well. Okay. Uh, I can't bring him here because again, the coyotes and the wildlife is here. And to be honest, I don't see him living much longer. Um, Probably maybe a few months to 6 months. And it would be a very new place to him, which would cause him a lot of stress. He was born outside of the house where he lives at. He's 12 years old. He's lived there his whole life. It would That would be a lot of stress, him coming here, and the second my door opens, he would dart out that door and he would not survive. He's lost the majority of his teeth because he's just no man. He can't fight anymore, so it would not be safe for him. So I've definitely done whatever is best and safe for him. Let's make sure I answered all questions in regards to the court case. If he's already stressed, it'll cause more weight. Yeah, that's why he's very comfy. Listen, he is living the lap of luxury over there, okay? He is living a good life. My roommate loves him to death. He's got beds in every little corner of that. Listen, he's living a good old life. But he's an old boy, you know. He still likes to act young every once in a while and try to get out there, but he's completely deaf now. So okay. Update for my son. Oh, I can believe Santos hit 2K. I can absolutely believe Santos hit 2K in a courtroom. Not out on the street, but in a courtroom because he knew that he couldn't react. I'm pissed that the court didn't, at least that it's not in here, that they didn't pull any footage that a bailiff or something didn't see. So that's what I'm mad about. Okay. So we're going to finish up with my son, and then I'm going to hop off because I really didn't plan on being on live a whole lot today. I wanted to just give you guys an update on my son because you guys were all had so many messages. You guys just melted my heart with how many messages I had. Okay. As you guys know, over the summer, my youngest son, Jamal, is 26, was diagnosed. It's called a brain tumor, but I feel like that sounds like really, really dramatic, right? It's non-cancerous that they know of as of right now, right? And it is at the base of his skull, right at his sinus cavity. So this little kidney bean looking thingamajigger right here is the tumor. Okay. And this line right here is the base of his skull. So this is attached to the base of his skull, like right here in this area. Okay. Now this is the other side of his brain. Do you see how it's all black right there? That's how your brain is supposed to look. His doesn't look like that over here. It is filled with, he said, either infection, fluid, snot, whatever, because it is 100% blockage. There's no way to drain he can't drain out anywhere at all. It can even tell, like, this sinus cavity, see how big it is, and this one is very thin and pinched off. This is my son, my youngest son. And so it's pinched off there. They won't know if it's cancerous or if it, listen, he's still going to work every single day, y'all. He has not missed a day. Well, he missed yesterday because he was in so much pain because it causes a lot of pain. So this is like the fourth or fifth doctor he has seen. This doctor was fabulous. So he explained that typically when you have this type of tumor, what they do is they go up in through your nostril here and go up and get it. But his is attached to the skull. So that won't work. They would be able to get some of it, but likely not all of it. So then they said the second possibility, they just had a sign for all of them, and he's also going to have a neurosurgeon in there as well because of the possibility of brain matter leaking or something about leaking blood or leaking brain fluid. So the second, so if they go up through the nose and they can't get it all, which he doesn't think that they will here, they do a cut like right here and like right up under here in hopes to go in and be able to get the rest of the tumor. Now, he said typically that's what they would do in this situation. However, because once again, his can't just be out there floating like a normal one. His is actually attached to his skull. So if they were to make the cuts this way, they would go in and they would be able to get pieces of it, but not the whole thing. And so he would then have to go back every year and check to see, is it growing? Is it cancerous? Is it not? Where is it at? What's it doing? And potentially still deal with the pain because they don't know what part of it is causing them pain, etc. Okay. So the last one, and this is just making me so nervous, I feel so sick to my stomach, is they will do a cut ear to ear across here and then going down. And he said he will pull all of this forward so they'll be able to go in and completely remove the tumor. Once they do that, it should be completely removed. He should have no more problems. Stitch, put everything back, pull it back, stitch it back up. He said if there is leakage, if there's any leaking, then what they do is they take like a graft from your thigh or your calf and attach it in the brain to basically like patch that shit up. So his first question was, how long do I have to be off of work? I'm like, listen, we will financially, we'll figure that piece of it out. You don't worry about how long you gotta be off work. You focus on getting better. And so the doctor said, if they can do it this way or through the eye, 2 weeks. If they can do it this way, and there's any brain fluid leaking, 4 weeks. If they have to do the full cut, a minimum of 4 weeks. So we're going to be doing this the end of February, beginning of March is what it looks at right now. Oh, I don't know about doing a GoFundMe and all that stuff. We'll figure stuff out. But yeah, right now we're just asking for a bunch of prayers and yeah, just a bunch of prayers. But I tell you, it really really made me emotional and brought me to some tears tonight when I opened up TikTok to come in and so many messages. And I thought it was about some drama going on, but nope, it was all, I'm praying for you. How is everything with your son? Are you okay? Is your son okay? Prayer, like it just really, truly melted my heart. And I'm just so thankful and so appreciative of you guys. Jasmine is his lady. She is one of my mods and she comes in here periodically. So when you guys see her in here, if you guys can show her a little bit of extra love as well. They have 2 little girls. And so it's gonna be tough on everybody. We're in for a bumpy road, and he's not one that likes to stay down. So it's gonna be the keeping him down and letting him fully heal. So yeah, that's the hard part is, right? I always talk about that, guys, when once our kids become adults, I can't just tell him he has to stay down, right? His thought process is, I got bills to pay, I got a family to feed. I'm like, listen, we got a month and a half, month or so. Let us take care of it. We all got time to save up, to chip in and get shit figured out. So that's what we're going to do. Men are very stubborn. And he's one that likes to make sure that he's taking care of his responsibility and his bills. He doesn't feel that the woman should have to do so. That's, the bills are his responsibility. But right now we just need him to be here, be healthy, be alive. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. So if you guys can just continue to just keep my family in your prayers, that's all we're asking right now. And I so appreciate it. He's a provider. He's a good kid. He is a good kid, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. If I needed help, I would definitely reach out and ask. But it won't happen. That just wouldn't happen. I would not do that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to try to woosah and unwind a little bit. I left you a video about something that happened in Washington State. Oh, okay, love. I'm gonna try to unwind because I know, tomorrow is tonight, and tomorrow this next 24 to 48 hours is going to be rough for me, right? Tomorrow is the anniversary of my mom's passing on top of everything else. And so I'm just trying to keep my shit together. So I'm going to make myself a nice little dinner. I'm going to try to go to bed. And yeah. But I wanted to come on, make sure I come on. I will upload this immediately while I'm cooking. I will upload it and get this over onto YT. I won't even let myself go to sleep until this is on YT. So you guys will have it. I love you guys so very much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.